A very warm welcome to you all. On the set tonight, we have one of Nigeria's emerging Afro artists. He is a prolific music writer, singer, and producer. His artist name is General Jadel, and tonight, during this episode, we are going to learn more about his experience in the music industry. General Jadel, thank you so much for joining us in the studio of the MBC.
Thank you so much for having me around. I really appreciate that.
General Jadel, you've been in this music industry for around 5 years, and you've recently launched your first music album, Above and Beyond. Tell us, where does your passion for music gather its roots from?
Well, it spans back a long time. My grandfather was a musician. He played the piano and the guitar. So I grew up with my grandfather actually. So as a little boy, he made sure that I learned how to play instruments from a very tender age. So I guess that's where my inspiration for music started from. So along the way, as I started growing up, I picked interest in music, and then I started production, started writing and singing. So basically, that's where it all started from.
Music is in your genes then.
You can say that again.
Yes, and your music is actually based on Afrobeats with hip hop and R&B. Tell us, why have you chosen this particular style?
Well, I started off as a rapper. I started writing music from when I was young, but as I grew older, I discovered I had to like infuse the culture of my people into my music. And Afrobeats has this addictive sound. It's really addictive, and it's like a happy music. So I decided to put blend it all together. A little bit of Afrobeats and hip hop and also R&B. Yeah.
Mhm. And you recently launched your first album, Above and Beyond, which consists of six titles. And the songs normally talk about the life experiences, love, and humanity. Tell us more about your first album and what are the themes that you've talked about.
Well, my first official album that came out, Above and Beyond, it was launched last year in September. You know, Basically, my group of people I work with, producers and engineers, we just linked up in the studio. So my producer, speaking of Devin, he's a very good producer. So started playing beats, and I'm like, wow, I like this. So we started working, and in a couple of hours, we already had like two songs done already. So we just kept up with the energy. The album centers a lot about reality, about my life, and also it has a party vibe, like just being happy vibe. But I like my music to reflect my personality, my life experiences, my story. I just want the audience, my fans, to be able to connect with me on a higher level, because of I've been through a lot in my life. I've experienced a lot. I mean, coming from Nigeria, the environment, the culture, and everything. So I just try to use my life experiences to infuse in my music. And I know that a lot of people out there, they go through this same situation. So when you, when I write my music, I try to put my own life experiences in it, because I know that other people are out there who actually go through that on a daily basis. So I give them something they can relate with.
I thank the Lord that I'm alive. I've seen too many people die. People die. Yeah. Thankful for the life I'm living now. 7 figures in the bank, bang, bang. Now I'm feeling like I'm jigging now. I keep it 100, no 10, 10, 10. On my head is catching feelings now. I roll with my brothers, with fans stacking money to the ceiling now. And you know that we're chilling now. Who really hates you, who really loves you, you might never know. Heaven or hell, better decide which way you wanna go. Don't let them chain you, captivate you, always stay in control. The devil is hunting your soul. The devil is hunting your soul.
Is it motivational then what you try to write in your song?
Yeah, I try to write a lot of motivational music and inspirational music also, trying to advise people in my music, life experiences. Yeah, so I would say my music is motivational.
You want to force people to think, reflect then through your songs, right?
Yes, when you listen to it, you have to just think back and you pick maybe something that has happened to you, betrayal, different things, so many different things, all infused in the music.
And your album consists of 6 songs. Tell us more about them.
Well, the first track on the album is titled "The Vibe." It's a fusion of Amapiano, the new sound. So it's like a club kind of music. The inspiration came from like the South African, the new Amapiano trend in the southern part of Africa. So Devin made the beats, and I'm like, okay, we can just have a good time on it. So that was the vibe. That was the first track on the album.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, Devin.
Radix, you got that fire, baby.
Memories of the things in my mind, all the things I've seen with my eyes. What I've been through in this my life finally has made me realize, see, nothing in life comes without the sacrifice. If you really want it, then you got to pay the price. Never slow, always energized. Keep it on the low when you start to strategize. It ain't my fault, I don't trust these niggas. Loyalty can be bought when you talk big figures. Jealousy and envy make the hate grow bigger. But I just wanna relax and sip my liquor. I don't have no time for no enemies. Just take the lead, I'm trying to drain my energy. What's gonna be, it's gonna be, so don't envy me. Cause eventually it's gonna happen how it's meant to be. Blessings in I'm yado. Them are saying things to make me sad, oh. Reminiscing as I'm puffing me loud. Thinking about the times I had to do without. Make nobody kill my vibe, oh. I just wanna live my life, oh. Don't wanna say I die, no. So make I do it in my mind, oh. Make nobody kill my vibe, oh. I just wanna live my life, oh. Don't wanna say I die, no. So make I do it in my mind, oh. Hey.
It's Tonight. Look, this is the life that I chose. Friends gonna be friends and foes gonna be foes. Non-Jermaine Catholics and hoes gonna be hoes. Doors is gonna open and doors is gonna close. Let the story unfold. The truth is bitter, but then again should be told as lies accumulate to the ways of the stereo. Baby mama bursting and working her ass off. I'm doing what I'm able, I'm keeping them fares off. Baby need shoes, my whip need 22s. My alarm clock buzzing off the hook and quick to hit the snooze. Time ticking and talking and all of that. Youth losing their mind, what's the moral at? I'm learning from my mistakes on the nothing. It's all a stake while you sleeping. I'm wide awake, I'm asking what happened to fate. I'm rolling zoots in my thoughts, dipping like Audi. Can't see a thing now, my view is looking so cloudy.
Kill my vibe, oh. I just wanna live my life, oh. Don't wanna say I die, no. So make I do it in my mind, oh. Hey.
And then the second track is titled "Killer Man." It's it's also a club song, which can be played in a club because it's pure Afrobeats. Yeah, it's more like talking about a lady who has a body that can kill a man. Yeah, and the third track on the album is titled "Nana." It's a love song, yeah, for that special person in my life. Yeah, I'm just talking about, people talk a lot, people have their own ideas, they want to say bad things about people, but in that song, I'm saying whatever they say about you, it doesn't really matter, because as long as I'm in love with you, anything you want, I'll do it for you. And the fourth song on the album is titled "Only Money Conversation." Yeah, I mean, people talk about a lot of things, but we all know the importance of money. So I just talked about that. It's a combination of modern hip-hop rap and a little bit of Nigerian Pigeon rap. Yeah, so I used that to like reflect my hip-hop side also in the project. And then I have Grind. The Grind is the fifth song on the project. It's a combination of modern grime music, like UK kind of rap. The beat is from the grill music, but I did the Afro beats kind of music on it. Even though the sound is foreign, it sounds the UK. Yeah, so I featured a prolific rapper, of a friend of mine. His name is JB. He rapped on that project while I sang on it. And then the last track on the album is titled No Evil. Yeah, it's No Evil is like a reflection of my life, like things I've been through, my experiences, times I've had betrayal, trust issues. Yeah, so I mean, when I listen to No Evil, I just see that it encompasses like everything that's about me, you know. And I think it's my favorite song on the project because it's reality. Everything I said on that song is just basically very realistic.
Can you sing a few lines from it?
Ah, sure, I can do that. So it goes like this. I started in the ghetto, man, I started in the streets. Everything me did, product of me society. Me never thief, but me fought a lot in all the streets. Living like a G, fighting juvenile anxiety. How to succeed, they never taught in all the school. Mama paid the fees, I was at the breaking all the rules. Don't you get confused, because I've never been a fool. Man, a real nigga, no man tell me what to do. If you be my party, you go know me blood art. Me no care about a blood clot. A lot of people pretend to be nice, but they really are not. That's the reason why me carry my cross. In my life, me I've seen a lot of things, my guy, where they make what I come off of my eye. Me not go lie, I just wanna live my life. Father God in heaven, hear my cry. They try to criticize, them I try to analyze me. They realize that I'm always vocalizing. I know if you see truth, me cannot vocalize it. Everything I do, they try to scrutinize it. I elevate, cause every day, man, I celebrate, I never hate. Instead, I just concentrate on being great. Leave my life in the hands of fate. See me knocking on heaven's gate.
Amazing, it's truly beautiful.
Thank you so much.
But General Jadel, why have you chosen the title Above and Beyond for your first album?
Well, just like title, Above and Beyond, you know, I personally don't see any limitations. The sky, the sky is wide enough for all the birds to fly. And a lot of people say the sky is your limit. But for me, I believe the sky is my starting point. And I'm going above and beyond because I don't just want my music to be in a particular place. Have a vision of like putting my music to go all around the world. I mean, spread everywhere for everybody to listen to it. So that's why I titled it Above and Beyond. And I'm actually going above and beyond.
Yes, true. And how much time did it take you to complete that album? How was the process for you?
Well, the recording process did not take so long because I don't really sit back to write music. When I listen to the sound in the studio, I just flow with the vibe. So it comes naturally. So the recording process did not take long. I remember 2 songs from the album was already done. I did it myself. No Evil was produced by P-Loops and Only Monday Conversation by K Beats. They're all Nigerian producers. But the rest, 4 songs on the project, was produced by Devin. So when I linked up with Devin in the studio, we were able to record 3 songs in a row that same night. But you know, pre-production might not take so long, but post-production takes long. So time to do the mixing, the mastering, to get the sound to be exactly what we want, radio ready, consumer ready for people to be able to listen to it. I think it took about like 2 to 3 months to get everything all finalized before the project was finally released.
And how do you see the response from the listeners so far?
I mean, I've gotten like the best response since my entire music career. I mean, everybody tells me the sound is clean, the content is just perfect. I've been getting a very good response, even from Nigerian celebrities that are my friends. I mean, like Joel Amadi, I actually had a listening with him, and he loved all the sounds. He thought it was just an amazing project. And for other fans, I mean, the reception has been really good. the clubs are playing the music, in the streets they're listening to it. I mean, the first week on Audiomack, we already had like 100,000 streams in the first week of release. So it's been an amazing process, and the response has been really great.
And your real name is in fact Arumona George, right?
Yes,
So
you're
how
right.
come you've got that artist name, General Jadel? Tell us the story behind it.
Well, the name Jadel was actually given to me by an uncle of mine. You know,
Okay.
I mean, the meaning of the name, it's actually has to do a lot with music. You know, but the name General came from back when I was in high school. I mean, most of my junior colleagues thought I acted like a general, so they started calling me General Jadel. And I'm like, well, if people know me with that name already, then it could actually stick. So I just stuck with the name.
And your songs are mostly in English, but you also include Pigeon English in your songs, right?
Yeah.
Is that an attempt for you to showcase the sound and cultural influences that you've been through?
Yes, because back in Nigeria, the majorly spoken language on the streets is the Pigeon English. It's like
Yes.
a broken English, just like you French people have like Creole, like a broken French. So that is it. And not everybody understands English, and English is a Western language. But at the same time, the infusion of English and Pidgin, my people are able to relate with it more. So I don't want it. I don't want them to get lost when I'm singing music. So I infuse Pidgin into my music, so I can carry my people along and the culture and everything. So that's why I infuse Pidgin with English when I'm singing music.
But you've also traveled to a lot of countries, right? So are you influenced by the different types of sound that you hear and you try to replicate them or be inspired from them and produce them in your music?
Yeah, I mean, I've been to some countries. I try to, when I get somewhere new, I try to understand the kind of music they have there and see how I can also infuse it in mine. Um, like when I go somewhere new, I want to like get to know the slang on the street, what the kind of languages, what people can relate to there. So even if it's just a word
Yes.
from like maybe say Kenya, they say nakupenda, even if it's just to infuse just a little bit of it, and then you can carry them along because they'll be like, oh, he just used my language in his music, you know. So I try to do that. I try to study cultures everywhere I go and try to put whatever I can into my music.
Share with us your creative process to write or compose a song. Do you normally have something in mind or do you usually go with the flow? How does it go, the creative process for you?
Well, I just pay attention to the beat. That's the instrumental of the song. I listen to it over and over again, and with my knowledge of instruments, playing instruments, I just know that the vocals is the last instrument that should be on the music. So when I listen to the sound, I try to find the best kind of tune that can go into that instrumental. I might not have words for it, but I might hum like into the beat, and then I get the sound, the perfect sound, or the perfect keys that it's supposed to be on, and then later on, I do like a freestyle to it. Not everything might be correct initially, but I go back and then I start editing until I get exactly what I want. Yeah.
Do you also have any hobby that helps you to get some creativity, like you derive your creative self from any hobby?
Well, I like sports. I just play basketball. But whenever, I think my biggest inspiration when it comes to music is when I'm in a music environment. If I'm in a studio and I listen to music, I could just start freestyling to it. And then I like to surround myself with other artists as well. Because, yeah, their own inspiration could also rub off on me. So I have friends that I mostly surround myself with people that are they're also into music. So producers, so when I hear a new sound, I just get into it, I just flow with it.
You're actually in Mauritius for your studies, right? For
Yeah.
hospitality management.
I am.
But do you also aspire to collaborate with the local artists here?
Yes, I do. I mean, I'm here for studies, but at the same time, I'm trying to see how to bring the Nigerian feel of Afro vibe to Mauritius. And I already see that Afro vibe is big. It's already big in Mauritius. I mean, likes of Big Frankie doing remix of popular Afrobeat songs. So I look forward to working with like an artist like Big Frankie, Black Kyle, General Love. I think they all have um, similar vibe with me, so we could do collaborations. I really look forward to working with local Mauritian artists.
But is it easy for you to strike a balance between your studies and your passion for music now?
Yeah, for me, music it comes to me naturally. I don't have to put in too much effort to do it, because it's a natural thing, and I've been doing it for quite some time, for a long time now. So, yeah, I would strike a good balance between my music and my studies. I don't think it's gonna be a problem.
Mhm. And you recently launched your first album, like we've mentioned earlier, but does the fact that you've launched your first one now brings a kind of pressure to you as an artist? Like you have to get it right, meet expectation.
Yeah, but I work a lot because I mean, since I'm a producer, I have my own setup. So basically, every day of my life, I wake up, I do something that has to do with music. Either I'm mixing a song, I'm mastering a song, or I'm making a beat or something. So I record like every day or like twice or three times a week. So I already have projects that are already lined up, for the next project I'm going to drop. I have songs that I've already finished. I have two projects I want to release in Mauritius. They're already complete. So I just listen to the trends that are going on at a particular time, and then I always try to work ahead of time so I don't end up becoming under like a lot of pressure to put out music. So I'm always in the studio working.
Yes.
So I think it's gonna be easy.
But what were the challenges that you've encountered during your journey in this music industry?
Well, there's been a lot of challenges.
Yes.
Um, Back in the days, it was more like a recording base or trying to get to discover my own sound, and not just being influenced by every music I listen to out there, to discover my own self. And initially, there was challenges of like where to record, and sometimes you might go to a studio, you want to record music, and then the producers are not competent enough, they're not giving you what you want, or having doubts of like, is it good enough? Would the people like it? I really dealt with that for a while. I mean, I released a project before my official album that is out now, but back then I didn't really have like the belief that maybe it was good enough. So I was really struggling with that.
Mhm.
But at this point, I've discovered my own sound, and I'm working with the right people. The mix is better, the mastering is better. So I feel more confident about the music now. So it's easier for me to put up music out there. Yeah.
We are actually drawing towards the end of this episode, but before that, General Jadel, what are your ambitions as a singer-songwriter now?
Well, a lot of people do music because they want to be famous or because they want to make money off it. But for me, I do music because I want to leave a legacy. I want a situation where if I'm not in this world, people can always go back and try to listen to my thoughts, the kind of thoughts I have, my ideology is about life. I feel music can live on even after you leave this world. So for me, it's a passion. It's a way of expressing myself, how I feel at a particular moment. I can't go out there to tell everybody how I feel. But if you listen to my music, you can have the reflection of me. So that's one of my biggest motivations why I do music.
And any advice you would like to give to your Mauritian fans who are watching you right now to encourage them to dream bigger?
Well, dreams don't cost a thing. So you can dream bigger, like you just said.
Yeah.
And if you have a dream, don't let people discourage you. People are going to say all kind of things to you. They're going to say you can't do it. They're going to find reasons why to bring you down and kill your energy and kill your vibe. But if you want something so bad, you have to do whatever you can to get it. And in the process of trying to get it, a lot of people will talk you down. You wouldn't not always get support from people, but it doesn't really matter. Long as you believe in your dreams, don't stop chasing it. One day you're going to achieve it, and then you're going to be like, well, thank God I never gave up in the process. So for everybody listening out there, if you have a dream that you're working on, something that you envision on doing, don't stop. It's a process. Just trust the process. As time goes on, you get better. As time goes on, everything will fall in place. Yeah.
That was indeed very motivating. Before we let you go though, please sing a few lines for us, any song that you like.
Okay, I'll just sing like a love song since I did the ragga the first time. Okay. I feel to run across the desert for you. I could jump inside the deepest oceans for you. And I feel to climb the highest mountains for you. I go clear all of my eyes up for you. Because you're my one in a billion, girlie, yo. You're my girlie, yo. You're my one in a billion, girlie, yo. My baby, now my one in a billion, girlie, yo. She my one in a billion, girlie, yo.
Thank you. That
Thank
was
you.
so amazing, beautiful. It's been so awesome talking to you today.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me. I've had a great time also.
Dear viewers, we have now come to the end of this episode. Thank you for your time. We hope to catch you next week at the same time, same channel. Have a great evening.